meet up close and personal Cynda Williams. Cynda will share with us her master plan for success. Welcome to The Greatness in You. I'm Will Horton. Today, our topic is success. To achieve great success, you need a master plan. Joining me today to talk about success is a person who made a decision to live her dreams. She had a plan. She's someone we've all come to love. She's an actress and singer. Welcome to The Greatness in You, Cynda.
Thank you.
Cynda, your acting career began in the very successful movie Mo Better Blues. Tell me about some of your successes after Mo Better Blues. You later appeared in the movie One False Move. Was One False Move the turning point of your career?
It was certainly a turning point. I've been blessed to have several. I'd say the reason why One False Move was so important is because Mo Better Blues was my very first film, and I think people weren't sure if it was a fluke, if I got lucky, if it was just the director's doing. One False Move showed that I really can act, and it was a dramatic movie, so it got to allow me to show many colors. They both set me up in a different path. Mo Better Blues gave me a very large audience in the jazz community, in the Black community, whereas One False Move introduced me to honestly the white audiences out there, and it gave me a different kind of critical acclaim.
Now, you worked in the big screen and the small screens, and also theater. Which do you enjoy most?
You know, I would say, I would have said a couple of months ago, film, because I love the immediacy of it. I love to be able to create a character, do it, and be on to the next. I love creating different people. But my experience recently in Chicago, in Immediate Family, gave me a wonderful experience of solidarity and love and companionship with a group of people over a period of time. They became a family for me. And you don't get that when you do film because it goes too quickly. So I still am drawn to film, but I love working on stage also.
My producer and I were on the internet and doing some research for the program, and you have so many fans who loves your voice and loves to hear you sing.
You know, it's funny, when I first began this entire journey when I was a child, I was a singer first. And you know, I did like so many people, I sang in church, I was in bands, I did solo work, I did choir work, I sang in musical theater. And I really thought that's where my life would take me. But when I got Mo Better Blues, both doors opened for me. And the music world was, at that time at least, a little bit darker. And I felt like it would be more difficult to keep my integrity there. And so I decided to sing as much as I could, but make my bread and butter film work and acting. And I miss it. I'm doing a lot more singing again. As you said, people are waiting for me to do some more singing. So I'm working with quite a few people here in Chicago, and hopefully I'll be putting something out within the year.
Oh, that's great. Now, you said also that you've written some plays, and tell me about that. Are you going to produce those plays here?
Well, I've been writing for years. What always seems to happen is, as soon as I'm ready to take that step to produce something I've written, I get a job.
Okay.
And because I have a child and I have to make a living, that tends to pull me away. But I'm determined. I've actually finished writing a web series, one season of a web series. So one of my goals this year is to produce this web series, and it's a musical. So each webisode has a song within it. So that is something I want to do. I have a film that I wrote for Chicago years ago that's still appropriate and still works. So that's something else I want to produce in Chicago.
Have you considered doing anything for young children? I noticed that I'm going to go see a play, I think The Wiz, tonight at Governor State University. And as we were talking earlier, you know, I work with a lot of teens and young children. And I think it would be nice if you could also do something for the young kids.
I've always wanted to. It just so happens that much of my work, once I actually started in the film business, were rated R.
Right.
And but I've always wanted to do projects that I could touch and communicate with through my art with kids. And so I've been putting that out there and praying about that, and I believe it'll happen.
They need it. We have to take a short break. We'll be right back.
Discover the personal powers that unlock the genius and greatness in you. Will Horton, author of the Wisdom for Greatness series, has written a breakthrough book, The 30 Power Principles, 30 life-changing principles that will help to give birth to your greatness. The 30 Power Principles can help you awaken and bring forth infinite possibilities for happiness, health, success, and greatness. Buy it at Amazon.com, BarnesandNoble.com, or call Wisdom Books at 773-445-2400 for free shipping.
The 52 Principles for Successful Living, Keys to Success and Victorious Living by Will Horton will elevate your mind, lift your spirit, and take you to the pinnacle of success. They provide the key to success. They will connect you to the power of your higher self. Buy it at Amazon.com, BarnesandNoble.com, or call Wisdom Books Incorporated at 773-445-2400 for free shipping.
Wisdom Keys, Great Proverbs and Sayings by Will Horton is a 4-book collection of timeless proverbs and sayings that provide sage advice and guidance for successful living. They are a fountain of knowledge that will inspire, motivate, and empower you to achieve greatness. Book 1, Ability to Extraordinary. Book 2, Failure to Knowledge. Book 3, Lack to Purpose. Book 4, Quarrel to You. Will Horton's Proverbs and Sayings are rules of conduct for successful living. Buy the 4-book set at Amazon.com, BarnesandNoble.com, or call Wisdom Books at 773-445-2400. Shipping is free.
The ABCs of Success, A to Z Rules and Action Steps for Success by Will Horton will help give rise to victorious living. They will help you condition your mind for success, keep a positive attitude, get in the success zone, achieve success and victory. Buy it at Amazon.com, BarnesandNoble.com, or call Wisdom Books Incorporated at 773-445-2400 for free shipping. The Biblical Success Principles, The Laws and Power of God by Will Horton is a theology of success. The Biblical Success Principles book and study guide can be used to bring forth God's will and purpose for your life. Buy them at Amazon.com, BarnesandNoble.com, or call Wisdom Books Incorporated at 773-445-2400 for free shipping.
Welcome back. We're talking about success with the great actress and singer Cynda Williams. Cynda had a plan and was ready for success. Number 1, don't fail to plan. If you fail to plan, you will fail. Number 2, make plans for success. Every success begins with a plan. Number 3, develop a master plan. A master plan is a roadmap for success. Number 4, stay true to your plan. If you don't stay true to your plan, you may end up in a place you don't want to be. Number 5, plan your life for success. You can live the life you plan. Let's hear what people on the street are saying about today's hot topic.
Success is when you are contented and you are happy. It's not about money, okay? Money is a wonderful thing, but you need to go after your dreams.
Success is kind of being happy with yourself. If you can, say by the end of the day that, you tried your best and like did whatever you can, then you will be eventually successful in like whatever you do.
Success is something which is like, it is a combination of achieving something plus at the same time you have satisfaction of achieving that. So unless you have satisfaction, it's not a success.
Success is the essence of what we want to become. My success has been twofold, and where it's been a physical as well as mental success. And my successes in business have been a result of both of those put together. I'm in a right state of mind. I feel good. My body's in good shape. I am successful today.
Will Horton Power Thoughts on Hopes and Dreams and Will Horton Power Thoughts on Success and Winning are a recipe for success. They will help you give life to your hopes and dreams and put you in the power zone. Power thoughts condition your mind to triumph over negativity and the powerless thoughts that lead to hopelessness and lowered ambitions. They condition your mind for success. You become what you dream, believe, expect, and have faith that you will achieve. These power thoughts will motivate, inspire, and empower you to achieve success and greatness. Buy them at Amazon.com, BarnesandNoble.com, or call Wisdom Books at 773-445-2400. Shipping is free. Martin Luther King Jr. is a Hero, an inspirational book for children from early childhood through middle and late childhood. Martin Luther King Jr. is a Hero will help parents and children better plan their life's journey, aim, and destination. The book will help young children give birth to their dreams. Buy it at Amazon.com, BarnesandNoble.com, or call Wisdom Books at 773-445-2400. As always, shipping is free.
Make your child head of the class. Head of the Class Early Childhood Development Center, 1900 East 87th Street, Chicago. Committed to excellence in education. Call 773-721-7500.
For the best in limousine service, ride with a Butler. Call Butler Limousine, 708-758-5466.
Welcome back. I have the very talented Cynda Williams with me. Cynda, when you were a child, you were very shy. When did you gain the confidence to overcome the shyness?
I'll never forget it. I was in 6th grade, and we were having a class party. And I was in the corner, like I usually was, reading a book by myself. And I knew everyone because I'd grown up with these kids. And I watched them, and I said, I want to be a part of that. I want to be a part of the joy that I see them feeling. So I just burst open. It was like the floodgates had been released. And I joined them, and they were surprised. And I laughed, and I danced, and from that point on, I had to consciously decide to overcome this internal fear of I'm not good enough, or they won't accept me, and put myself out there and be vulnerable and laugh and play and talk and be with people. And that was a huge turning point in my life.
What techniques did you use to gain that confidence?
You know what? It's a moment-to-moment thing. I literally have to talk to myself, and I do it all the time. I do it out loud sometimes. Talk to myself about what is there to lose. what can it hurt me to connect with people, to look at people, to ask about them? That is a key. I rarely talk about myself when I'm speaking to others. I want to know about you. And that opens people up, and then the dialogue begins. And then if there's conversation about myself, it comes from this interest in other people.
I'm hearing some positive concepts here because you use the concept there, self-talk, positive self-talk that I write about in my books. And because your mind, as you think it, you believe it and you'll act it.
Yes.
And what you think and act becomes a habit.
Yes.
And so you lost the habit of being shy.
Yes.
You're no longer shy.
No, not unless I go into myself and I have to constantly remind myself, okay, come on, communicate, don't go inside. It's a constant thing for me. Speaking of self-talk, you know, I had some experiences as a child that were challenging, and I literally had to change my mind about myself, because I would hear voices in my head that weren't always the most positive. So I made it a habit, literally, when I look in the mirror, voice out loud, not just in my mind, but out loud, all the beauty that there is. And I'm talking about the things that I love about myself, that I'm willing to recognize in myself, my sense of humor, my ability to be at ease in most situations, my articulation, my generosity, my love for people. Those are the things that I comment on and I remind myself of. That way I don't fall into the habits of hearing these negative voices that I've had, that when we're children are so powerful. You literally have to make a decision to change your mind about yourself.
At what point in your career did you have the confidence that you could become a movie star?
You know, oddly, I never had a doubt about that. When I started my career, well, as a young child, I started acting. I knew that's what I wanted to do. I always knew I wanted to sing and I wanted to act. And that part of me, I never had issues with confidence. I always knew that I could do that. I may not be able to have a conversation with you, but I certainly can get on a stage and become someone else. Movies came later. I really was about the stage early on. But the moment I did it, I knew I was home. So I've never had a problem with confidence there. And I always knew that I would go somewhere doing what I do.
Right. I'm hearing that you also, at an early age, developed a very positive self-concept.
Yes, you have to. It is very easy to get caught up in the things that happen to you. But I learned very early on that in order to succeed in my life, I could not be a victim. I had to take responsibility for everything that happened to me, everything, even those things that were seemingly done to me. I had to say, okay, what part did I play and how can I overcome? And so at a very early age, I decided nothing that has happened in the past can control me this moment right today. I choose how I live my life from this moment on, and that's an everyday thing.
Cynda has so much more to share with us. When we come back, we'll find out what life lessons Cynda has learned.
Wisdom Keys for Greatness, Rules of Success for Teens, book and workbook by Will Horton will get you ready for success. Rules of Success for Teens prepares you for future success and greatness. The rule of conduct for tomorrow's success is to prepare for it today. Be ready to board the success train when it stops at your station in life. Buy them at Amazon.com, BarnesandNoble.com, or call Wisdom Books at 773-445-2400 for free shipping.
Discover the personal powers that unlock the genius and greatness in you. Will Horton has written a breakthrough book, The 30 Power Principles, 30 life-changing principles that will help to give birth to your greatness. The book and workbook will bring forth happiness, health, success, and greatness. Buy them at Amazon.com, BarnesandNoble.com, or call Wisdom Books Incorporated at 773-445-2400 for free shipping.
Will Horton's Power Quotes is a 6-volume collection of power quotes that will get you in the power zone. Volume 1, Power for Dreams. Volume 2, Power for Success. Volume 3, Power for Hopes. Volume 4, Power for Winning. Volume 5, Power for Greatness. Volume 6, Power for Life. Future success awaits those who make the best use of the present, says Horton. Will Horton's Power Quotes, the 6-volume set, is available at Amazon.com, BarnesandNoble.com, or call Wisdom Books at 773-445-2400 for free shipping.
Welcome back. We're talking about success with the great actress and singer Cynda Williams. I'm talking to you this morning, and I get the idea that you're very grounded. What grounds you? What's that foundation?
I grew up in the church. Mm-hmm. I have I'm very grounded spiritually. For me, that's been a saving grace, because being out in the world and being surrounded by sometimes negativity, you can be pulled into that vortex. And I have always been able to, through visualization, through prayer, through meditation, to stay connected to a higher being, for me, God. I have been able to stay grounded. And when I feel myself being pulled somewhere else, I visualize my heart being connected to God, and I am pulled right back into a place of stability and groundedness. And oftentimes that has caused me to have to make hard decisions that may not be what the world might view as the smart decision. Mm-hmm. But for me personally, my heart tells me the right move, and I have to stick to that. And do I make mistakes often? Yes, I think we all do, but I'm always pulled back to that place where I feel like I need to be.
You've had many successes. What brings you joy?
My child is, I'd say, my daughter Sophia is my number one joy in life. Mm-hmm. I never knew that I could love someone so much. I've always loved my family and friends, and I helped raise many children. I'm the oldest of 7. But when I had my child, I knew, I think it was the closest to agape love that I could get. Mm-hmm. Just this unconditional, whatever she wants to do, whatever, I love her in spite of everything, even though she's a human being and we have our challenges. That is number one. Work for me is extremely important. I love to create. Mm-hmm. Sing, dance, act, all of those things bring me an immense amount of joy.
Well, you've done the big screen, the small screens, you've done theater, had a number one recording in music. What's next?
Well, I'm really trying to focus on bringing it all together. Mm-hmm. I also want to, along with my creative endeavors, I feel like it's very important to give back, and this job affords me the opportunity to be able to go and speak to people, to talk to kids, to help them in their journeys. I was very fortunate to have wonderful mentors, personal mentors. I wasn't really big on looking beyond my church home, my home for mentors. I didn't have a favorite movie star or a favorite, certainly had my favorite singers, but my Uncle James Williams was a huge influence. My teacher Beth Turcotte, my college professors, my parents, my grandparents. I was very, very blessed to have them give me direction. And I have my own child, but I believe that it's important for me to give back to as many people as I possibly can touch, young ladies, young men. So I'll do more speaking, I'll do more writing, I will probably do more blogging, and just finding a way to do all of this and stay whole and happy. That's my plan.
What are some life lessons you've learned?
Quite a few, but I'd say the ones that stand out the most for me is, number one, perseverance. You cannot let the exterior life stop you from moving forward, and always keeping your eye on what it is you want to do, because life happens. And that moves into my second point, which is what is yours will come to you. Not every job is mine. Not every opportunity is mine. And because I may be, quote unquote, rejected for this opportunity, just means it's leaving the door open for something else down the road. Next, I also believe in the interconnectivity of us all, our surroundings, our environment, each person. And so everything you do or say or think affects those around you and the world around you. So it is very important to try to keep yourself on a positive path when it comes to your thoughts, because a sigh could affect someone else. A flick of the eye could affect someone else. You could change someone's life for the better or for the worse. So you're very powerful. And then finally, always visualize and feel what you want, meaning live in faith, knowing that the desires of your heart, if they are for the good of yourself and mankind, if you see it, if you feel it, if you smell it, if you sense it, if you hear it in your being, it will be.
Great advice, Cynda. Thanks for sharing. And thank you for joining us on The Greatness in You. I want to hear from you. Send me your comments on success and greatness. Email me at willhorton@the30powerprinciples.com. Friend me on Facebook at Will Horton. Follow me on Twitter at Will_Horton. Like us on Facebook. I look forward to meeting you one day and hearing about your journey to success and greatness. Remember, you have to give birth to the greatness in you.
This has been a W. Wharton production.